I mean, there is another challenge for us to reveal what Beej offered us to both come to Zeta.
Ah, yes. What was the
for Dawnguard? So what I was offered was time with the Zeta people I missed, like Carrie. And then right before the run, I found out that it might just be me and Beej. And then the OC was like, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
It's like, oh, good. I get to see all the people that I missed.
Yeah.
Like Beej, who I never see.
Boy, that sounds a lot like ammonia and chlorine bleach. What can we put in there as a moderating agent?
So, what did they give you, Paul?
I wasn't aware that I was allowed that I was able to ask for things. It was so for whatever weird reason, the way the world changes.
Mm-hmm.
As we get older, I don't know, but Dawnguard was actually the most populated shift this year.
Yeah.
Which is kind of mind-blowing because Dawnguard used to be the shift that was just me and James.
Yeah.
So wait, they kicked
nobody
you
else
out,
wanted to,
and then they tried to make a memorial about us stealing you?
No. Paul was like, I can't be around all these people. It's like,
which is the least populated shift. I'd like to be alone with my thoughts.
Yeah. And so we were like, we should probably move somebody from Dawnguard, and I was the only one who was willing to do that.
All right, everyone who wants to move, put your hands up, and then we'll do like paper, rock, scissors. And one hand went up, and it's like, wait, I thought we were all going to play paper, rock, scissors.
Yeah, it was like the person, whoever wants to be on Zeta, step forward, and then everybody else steps back.
Yes.
You're like, wait, what?
Well, you guys stepped really far back.
So that's how I ended up on Zeta, and it's great to be there's the thing about the with Zeta being a remote shift as well, which is I have the setup and everything at home in order to make that work too, so that was a bit of a factor.
And you haven't caught any complaints from your neighbors yet? I think either of you.
No.
Not yet.
Nice.
Thank you, neighbors.
Say it quietly so they can't hear you. If I've learned anything by living in a building and having neighbors, it's like never admit when you're glad that somebody did something for you, because if you do, you would just abandon high ground immediately. Yep. The moment any sort of gratitude exudes from anybody to another person in the building, then at that point you know who
they smell weakness.
You know who the building bitch is. It's just like
Beej.
And it's me, let's be honest. It's welcome, Raiders.
This is why no one wants to be on Zeta.
I know, right? Like you driving them all off. I mean, when Corey, you left and went to Night Watch, and I was like, oh, Corey's gone. Oh, but we have some other people. We have Molly and we have Carrie and Heather and myself, and that'll be good. And then it was like you were coming back. I'm like, oh, great. And then like other people were moving around, and I'm like, well, everybody keeps moving around. It's fine. I don't mind that. I actually like that people are like finding their way onto different. I think it really helps like change up the novelty of the experience for not just their viewers, but for the people like doing it. Because it's like because I can't even imagine what it would be like if all of a sudden it was just me and Serge and James. Just like, what do I do? What am I gonna do for the next? Yeah.
I think they throw like an Ashton wig on you at that point and have you referee.
Yeah.
But
it is chef outfit.
It is an interesting thing, like, on Dawnguard, there are certain bits that they do, they do the coffee pong and they do different things like that.
Yeah.
Which work, they're a lot of fun and work really well. and for Zeta you have the Lego building and different stuff. So there are different sort of bits, and obviously new stuff comes up and doing things. So, but the sort of cross pollination of bringing in different things is always fun. And like I said, it's great to be have a whole different set of people to see and chat and talk to, and people who haven't heard all of my songs already.
Yeah.
It's so I've been digging it. If it wasn't for the time that it's at, it would be great.
Yeah, right.
Oh, $5 for us to stay. Yeah, no, that wasn't an option for us to leave. We actually were stuck.
Yeah.
But
then it's one of those things, like, if it wasn't for the time, it wouldn't be it would be, but then it's like one of those things where it's like, the running a theater production would be a lot easier if it wasn't for the actors.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right? It's like, if you take away the fundamental thing, sure, that would be easier to do, but then that would also make it a totally different thing.
Yeah. We could say Paul coming to Zeta is kind of like when Tom Selleck got sent to play baseball in Japan because he wasn't good enough for the major leagues anymore, and then he turned into Mr. Baseball over there. And it's like, yeah, you got sent down to the farm team, but you actually you're still just a bus kicker.
Tom Selleck, like from Magnum PI,
yes,
was also a baseball player.
There was a movie that he was in, I believe, called Mr. Baseball. Yeah.
I was like, Tom Selleck, the actor, was a professional baseball player.
Just gonna gloss over the part where Paul's not good enough to be on his old shift.
Yeah. See.
Wait a minute.
So the thing is like,
I got distracted by Tom Selleck.
I thought you might. Yes, good. He also has a handsome mustache, or he used to when he mattered. Anyway, me, because it's like, I'm always here. So if I'm always here, I don't know how you roast me about it, because I'm just always here.
We can't get rid of him. That's Beej. He's always here.
Who wants to be on Zeta? Anybody? I'll give it to Beej. He'll do it. It's like, I always do it. I like to have a place where I know that no one's going to say, hey, you should stop doing that. Maybe you should consider not doing that.
Beej has said at several times that he would just do Beej, just do Zeta by himself.
Yeah.
For 6 hours.
He is trying to get rid of us. Yes.
Every other OC meeting we have, it's like, hey, if that's not going to be a thing, I'll just do it myself. It's okay. I'll just drive the bus for 6 hours and start talking. And everyone's like, oh, but Beej, we don't want you to do that. And it sounds so supportive when they say it in my ears.
No, Beej, we don't want you to do that.
No.
We'll see how this week goes. Maybe you'll get that opportunity at some point.
I should be clear though to chat, and I appreciate that it's like, oh, it's time to watch Beej do stuff. It's like, I that's flattering, and I feel great, but it's like, I can't. This is not a thing that happens by itself. And if I didn't have more people here, it would suck. And that's why it's not Beej shift. That's why it's Zeta shift. It's like, you can't. All of us are not. Wait, was it? None of us are as dumb as all of us. And I think that's the idea, is that as long as all of us are here, it's everybody's fault. And therefore, I feel way better about it. So please enjoy Zeta shift for what it is. No,
I think you still can be charged with the individual crimes you've committed, especially if there's like video evidence.
You're part of the conspiracy. You're just accomplices.
Beej, if you go out and burn a car and they catch you, that's on you.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just for no reason at all, I would just like to point out that we're not necessarily. Beej doesn't necessarily consult us on everything he does before he does it.
Which should come as no surprise. And it better not come as a surprise to anybody. Wow.